Just like the saying, whatever a man sows, so shall he reap. That is just the case of Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike is drowning, and he will pay for insulting all Rivers Niger Delta elders. Now, Nyesom Wike's actions has risen questions. So many people are even saying Wike is ill-advised because he feels he's untouchable, he feels he's a boss, he feels he's a mini god and nobody can fight him. But then, Wike's actions is quite disturbing. And this has led many people to question his true intentions and what is really motivating him. Those that have worked closely with Wike know the kind of person Wike is. And something synonymous in Wike's character is betrayal. Betrayal and disloyalty. Wike's ambition and desire for power have made him to break so many relationships that he has built over time. And many people are beginning to wonder who will be his next target. Probably President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because the two of them are so fond of themselves. So Nyesom Wike's, struggle to maintain control, to maintain power, has cost him his relationship with some people, most especially his people, his kingsmen, and the Rivers elders, and also his reputation. And he thinks he is doing well. He doesn't know that the implication is waiting for him ahead. And the implications of Wike's actions, some of them have already started, because he has destroyed some personal relationship he has built over time. Now, a Niger Delta elder, Sara-Igbe, has revealed what lies ahead for Nyesom Wike. Guys, you would be shocked.
You are not actually very strange to Wike and Ogede. But just recently we had a fresh crisis a fresh war of words between the two political leaders of the state. What's your impression that this thing is coming out fresh?
Well, my impression is that Wike, as a wounded lion who is drowning, is looking for relevance. And it has also shown that they cannot have a deal with him. People like me don't go to him for any help or any financial assistance or for anything. And even though when he even offers, some of us reject it because we know a day like this will come. And they will make reference to church offer or church gift. So if for any reason he has a cause to insult those he called his fathers, those he called his mothers, those who said, the day I quarrel with you, the day I disgrace you, I will die. Those he says, oh, I'll be God to him on earth. And he turn around to insult them. I mean, Tinubu should be very careful. Because it means he can also insult Tinubu one day. The day two of them will disagree, then that is the day he will drain his mouth and say everything about Tinubu. For me, I worked with Odili. And the second tenor, I know what role we played for Wike to be chairman second tenor, including the wife. And he became a chairman of the local government for second tenor. And for Wike, the same Wike who caused the problem between Amechi and Odili, who was the man behind, who was making all the trouble between Amechi and Wike, to somersault and went back to Wike that, oh, Amechi was a bad man, he was not a bad man. Whereas indeed, he was a bad man. I said this with emphasis because I was part of that government and I knew how Wike tried to stop me because I spoke my mind. Of course, I don't need to hide my mouth. I criticize particularly the Judicial Commission of Inquiry set against Odili. I condemned it. I was not happy with it because I played a significant role for the emergence of the Query governor. Put me anywhere, I say with tall, I played the role for Amechi to emerge as the candidate of the PDP at that time. When the K-leg saga came, I also played a very significant role for mayor to become the governor. I said this because I felt governorship should rotate around the ethnic nationality of River State. And I know at a point when the matter between Odili and Amechi started, I know the role Wike played. And I was against it. It was hurting me, trying to stop me from entering government house. And a few occasions, I blocked the government house. There's a record. And Amechi will say, allow that man to come in. If I don't want to see him, I will not see him. But I was doing that because I noticed that Wike was just sincere. And that is where he started his plotting to become governor. So for Wike man now to turn around, to say he supported, Odili has done this, Odili has done that, he has forgotten what he did. This discord is showed between Amechi and Odili. And today, he's now turning around to accuse the same Odili. It's unfortunate. It's like a drowning man looking for what to hold. So, for me, he's exposing himself more. I thank God I want him to challenge me. I've said so much about him. But I will still advise him to make peace with mankind.
So not going too far, because you said Wike was responsible and has a hand in the crisis, the bad blood between Amechi and Odili. Can you just throw more light?
I have thrown the light. You see, when Amechi was given the K-leg saga, and we have to put our heads together to give it to mayor, then we asked the governor to pay the lawyer of Amechi. I remember it was on Sunday. Kenneth Kubani is alive when 25 million naira was released to the lawyer, who is the President Attorney General of the Federation, for Amechi. Now, at a point in time, Odili wanted Amechi to withdraw the case, and Amechi was in Ghana. And because of this case, we had a committee. He became the chairman of that committee. And that was where he became so relevant in Amechi's administration. Now, when we came in and they wanted to probe Odili, because there was a stakeholders meeting, and the stakeholders meeting was resolved that a judicial commission of inquiry should be set up against Odili. And I told Amechi, Odili, you've eaten his pepper, you've eaten his salt. Don't raise your voice in your hand against Odili. Because I know the role I played, and I know what Odili's wife told me about Amechi. I know what Odili himself told me about Amechi. I know what Oyi told me about Amechi. And the wife is a witness that I brokered that peace for Amechi to become governor. But when Amechi finally returned, I saw this scheming. Wike caused so many enemies for Amechi. He would tell Amechi lies upon lies and would destroy people, including myself. But I just walked away, because when I saw the nonsense, I said I could not bear it. So this had a stock in trade in Wike. He destroyed Amechi, destroyed everything, and at the end of the day, I was even begging Amechi, go and see Oga. This I'm telling you, there are life witnesses. Secondus was there, Abia Sekeba was there, Odili was there. Juyak is late when I made sure Amechi became candidate. But all that is history. So for him now to turn back to insult Odili is unfortunate. I keep on saying a man who has a bad sleep in the house will sleep bad sleep everywhere. He has been abusing leaders. He has insulted clerk. He has insulted other judge. He has insulted almost everybody, including Odili now and his mother, the woman he called mother, Mary. I know what role they played for him, particularly Mary, for him to be a chairman and for him to become a governor. So for him to insult these people who stood by him in a time of need, and just because they advised him, refused to take advice, and was going wrong, and they expected them to support him, and he said no. They said no, that is his own crime. So whatever he's saying, it is to tell anybody that tomorrow, when you have a problem with him, he will also insult you, he will open you. So to me, his karma is coming upon him gradually, and nobody is dragging food with him. He say, oh, Sim, he made Sim governor, Sim did not want to see them. How? You left the food you cooked by yourself. Nobody drove you because of greed. And you left the food. You went with all your people because you are the man. You've appointed almost all the commissioners. You appointed the chief of staff. You appointed the chief security officer. Everybody for the same. No problem. But because of greed, you walked out on the governor. You want to impeach the governor. You want to intimidate the governor. And on your own, you left. So why are you blaming the poor man? As I speak to you, the poor man is not even willing to fight to him. Same is not ready to fight him. I say it loud and clear. Because if he's ready to fight, we will know. But he's ready to fight him. And this is one of the reasons why we felt in the elders forum why he has refused to even sponsor our cases. He has never given us one dime in all the cases we are doing for the state and for him. So he is now turning back to the same person who was his godfather and is abusing him. You let him continue abusing other people. He will see his bottom low very soon.
So you think Odile was right to say that Wike attempted to control the state?
What are we talking about? What is the fight? What structure are you talking about? What is the structure? The structure is the money. I have said this over and over. The structure Wike was fighting over was money. He has allocated the financial account to anybody the way it should be paid. He also taken majority chunk of the internal generated revenue and did not allow the boy to work. That is where the trouble started. So now that he's not having access to those control, that is where the overall is. Structure. They said, oh, he has PDP, he has APC. The young man left APC and PDP. And NPP, APP won the elections outright. So where is the structure about? Where is the structure he's talking about? So if you're talking about structure, it means the PDP structure is dead, APC structure is dead, and APP is now the party in power in this structure. So he has no structure. But the structure is he has the need for this to control the state resources so that when he wants to go for presidency again, you know he has squandered so much of our money during the last attempt to become president. So he wants to fall back on the state resources for his political ambition. And because now that the funds are no longer under his control, that is the structure he's complaining about. Otherwise, there's no structure.
That's why he's angry.
And that is why he's more angry, because nobody drove, like I said. The law of karma is catching up with him. And on his own, he left. Having left, those commissioners he appointed, thinking that he has a grip, also left. So all the structures, the assembly members, God punished them. They have to decamp. If they are not decamped and they are still in PDP, maybe by now they would have impeached Sim.